in your ears. They just want to see you bring somebody who's coming to, oh, I want to come and pay bride price. Oh, I want to come and take lease. Oh, I want to come and marry, blah, 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 blah. That's what African parents like. Oh, no. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time here, subscribe to this channel. I'll love you for that. I'm Miss Williams. This is Darlene, my daughter, and yeah, on this channel we do lots of fashion, we do makeup, we do sit down and talk videos like we are doing right now. So yeah guys, today's video, a disclaimer first of all, please, I beg, I'm not making this video to bash our parents. No, they did a good job. Most of us turned out to be very good, if I can say so myself. Yes, and African parents are doing a good job. They just have their own way, they have their own mentality, and I feel like they are all alike. So if you're watching this video and you are relating, please just be commenting below, okay? Because I don't want to feel like a weirdo. Like I always say, most of these things are based off of my own personal experiences or people close to me, okay? So yes, we are going to be talking about mistakes, or what I think are mistakes that our parents made while bringing us up, okay? Because of course they were not right all the time. Of course they make mistakes too, they are human. And the first one is African parents avoid the talk. You guys know what I mean when I say the talk, right? Like they avoid talking about sex. That was a taboo. Like growing up, your parents will not call you, they will never sit you down like Oyibo people will do. At the age of 13, maybe 12, they start talking about sex to their children, to their kids, they educate them. Like sex education out here in the abroad is very, very normal, but in the African society it's almost like a taboo, okay? The boss is coming to the house with a boyfriend. Are you mad? Like all they want to see is you bringing a boy in the house, like this is my husband. All they'll tell you is, oh, you have to get married. When you start clocking at 22, 23, they start preaching marriage in your ears. They just want to see you bring somebody who's coming to, oh, I want to come and pay bride price. Oh, I want to come and take lease. Oh, I want to come and marry, blah, 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 blah. That's what African parents like. Oh, no. They are not that, they did not give us that liberty to like bring our boyfriends when we started having boyfriends. No, are you mad? Are you a mad person? No, don't try it. Oh, don't try it. Not to talk about sex. Like sex was not even a topic of discussion. Most African kids, like most of us, will go into sex without even knowing what sex was all about. And I remember, like, they will put you down and advise you, give you all kinds of advice. They will go into the Bible, they will remove those guilt verses, those quotations that will make you feel very guilty, and they will give it to you 5 a.m. in the morning. That's when parents always call to advice. In our house, that was advice hour. Advice hour, when they come and wake you up 5 a.m., just know that you are finished. Like finish. Advice will kill you that morning. Hey, you will just be feeling guilty anyhow for like 1 week. Somebody like me, my guilt always lasted for like 2-3 hours, and then boom, I'm back. Okay, I was that kid in the house. Yes, they were very good at doing those things to guilt you, but to sit you down and tell you about sex, no, they will not tell you. I even remember when we were in school, even when the teacher will be teaching topic like they will be teaching us topics like reproduction in biology, or how kids are made, or what happens before sperm enters to fertilize egg. Come and see how teacher will be filtering everything. And even the students were so weird, like the class was so awkward when the teacher was talking about sex. Even the teacher herself was feeling very awkward, because it's not something that we are very familiar with from our homes. That was not a topic that was normalized in the house, you know. So when you come even in school and the teacher is talking about it, the teacher herself feels uncomfortable, because even the teacher feels very uncomfortable because she too does not talk about it in her house. So it's just like a very weird situation of an adult standing in front of kids and just feeling some type of way, you know. So yeah, and I feel like it's a mistake. It's a mistake because we have to try as much as possible to educate our kids about sex, how it is, what it is, and you know, tell them when to start, or advise them, not tell them, because you can never tell somebody when to start having sex. You always, they will eventually, boom, start having sex whenever they have to start. But just to tell them about the pros and the cons, how it is, what it is, and what it is, like the meaning of it, okay? We of this generation have to change it and talk more to our kids about sex education and, you know, the talk and all that. The second point here is our African parents never said I'm sorry. Like they don't. Hey, they are always right though. They are right They will not beat you like that and come and tell you after that, no, well, sorry mom, sorry sir, I beat you. No, they'll beat you and they'll not even give you food. Because, oh, please don't come for me. In Africa, if you grow up in Africa, you know that in Cameroon in particular, whooping is part of upbringing, okay? At least back in the days, they whooped me. Like, my mother used to beat me right up to when I was in the university. I remember once going to the club and coming back, and that day I just sneaked out of the house to go to the club, and on my way back, like, she caught me opening the door. She beat me that day, and my one ear was like this, like elephant, and then this other ear was small for 1 good week. So don't play. They will whoop you and will not beg you. They will whoop you and they go and sleep. So don't go and sit there and refuse to eat and think they'll come and beg you. They will not beg you. Yes. And they will not tell you that I'm sorry. And it's very wrong, because there were times that they will actually beat you when it's not even your fault. Yes. That, like, not like it's not even your fault, but they will whoop you or they'll punish you when you did not really deserve that punishment, and they did not see the need to come back and tell you, oh, I'm sorry, or I was angry, or I was not supposed to do this, or please, I'm sorry. Even if it's your fault, even if you deserve the punishment, but it's always good to come back and explain to the child why you were, like, why the child was punished. Okay, for me, that's how I see it. Parenting is very relative, but these are just general points, and I know in my heart of hearts that somebody will be relating in the comment section. I beg, don't make me look like a freak here. Somebody should better be relating down there. Just be commenting, because I beg, don't make me feel as if I was alone in this thing. No. They'll beat in our house, they'll frap you, or my mom will frap you, and they will not give you food. If they beat you and you get angry, you say you will not eat, you will go and sleep like that too. You want to chopped off finish, oh man, not chopped off finish, so I don't even try. But that's one thing that I did not really, after growing up and sitting back and looking back at all those things, I feel like, no, even if you punish a child, whatever punishment, whether beating, whooping, or whatever, which I feel like it's very old-fashioned. Parents nowadays don't really beat kids again anymore. There are other forms of punishment that can just finish a kid once and for all. Like, if you tell them to go and sit in the room and not watch Coco Melon, they will just die. So that's punishment enough. But there are ways that you can punish a child and then come back and say, oh, I'm sorry, I did this, I did this, I did this. The next point is, guys, do you know that in African homes, like the way our parents were, if you are in the house and you are that scattered kid, that kid that always likes to go out, to go and enjoy, drink, have fun, or like you like to try new things, you like to go out in the streets and learn things out there, you like to be street smart. And then the other child that is like very quiet, always going to church, coming back on time, never going out, never coming back late, always respecting the curfew, that's the good child. Like, they always see that child is automatically the successful child from birth. Like, they always, that was the highest person in the family that will receive blessing. And then most of the times, those quiet ones, boom, belle don't enter. What? Where is the belle from? Usually neighbor. It's always neighbor. Neighbor will just come and give her belle and she'll just fall pregnant, and then they'll start looking at you. They have this mentality that when a child is like scattered, like, an extrovert per se, extroverts were always looked upon as, these ones will not even be successful. You're lazy, you're scattered, you're crazy. And that's not necessarily the case. Like, here I'm saying this point and I'm trying to compare to the way kids are brought up here. Like, I know that there are parents out here that actually encourage their kids at a certain age. They encourage their kids to like go out and make friends, hang around with friends, because that's sitting quiet inside the house. Those ones are serial killer alerts. Those are the ones that will come out and be serial killers. Like, they will have serious problems. You want to hear big words: serial killer, pedophile, porn, something. Those are the kind of people. Those people that sit, they're always like this, very quiet, very calm, blah blah blah. No. Those ones, fear them. Yes, but it's always like that. Back when we were growing up, the kids in the family that were crazy were always like cursed, not even cursed, not serious curse, but always like, I go see where you go, I go see who go marry you. Yes, that statement always comes up. I go see who go marry you. If she don't quiet, so you be like your brother. If she don't quiet, for what? She don't wish quiet. I'm out there in the streets, I'm living life, I'm learning things, I'm seeing things, I have to dance, But our parents failed to understand. Very few parents understood the concept of like kids being different and having different characters. Not that I'm saying that all the extroverts always turned out to be good. There are ones that actually went out and did the most, tried things and went overboard. But however, there are also, like, you don't have to categorize your kids based on how they are. Kids just grow up with their own characters, and because a child is more open and outgoing does not make that child a bad person or a bad kid, or does not mean that she or he is not going to succeed in life. The next point is our parents don't show emotions. They don't, especially African dads, like African fathers, to even tell you I love you. I cannot remember. Like, I cannot remember growing up. No. Not that they don't love you, but they are not just built that way, you know. Those emotions don't really, like, they don't know how to say it. I don't really know what the problem is. This particular point, I've never really been able to diagnose what the problem is, why our African parents, especially dads, because moms are even softer. Like, I don't know why the dads don't express emotions like that. But to me, it's a problem, because you have to tell your kids as much as possible that you love them, you know, you miss them, you care for them. You can actually do the actions, but talking and saying it is also different. And I feel like it's more like, when you say it, it makes more sense. Yes, it makes it really complete. Okay, the sun is messing this video up, but and the last part, I think I've already spoken about this. On the last part is like the whooping culture, the beating of the kid culture. Of course, whooping still exists up to today, but not as much as it was back in the days. Back in the days, even neighbors have the right to beat you. If you make mistake in the quarter, they will beat you. I had my uncle. He's of late now, God rest his soul. That my uncle, he was known in our quarter as the wild uncle. People will come from far to bring their kids, so he will whoop them. Can you imagine that kind of thing? Imagine taking your child to someone else to beat the child. He was generally scary. Everybody was scared of him because he used to beat. He was very powerful. He will beat every child at any age. You are not big for him. He can beat you. And parents really liked him. They liked that aspect about him. Meanwhile, it's a good way of, like, I cannot really sit here and say it's a good way, yes. Because whooping a child is just, you're not telling the child, or you're not letting the child know anything. The child does not really get it. But nowadays, there are other forms of punishment that I feel like will cross the message across, that will pass the message across rather than beating the child, okay? So yes, this is all for this video today. If you like it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you're not. Thank you guys so much for listening to Darlene and I. Please comment if you can relate to any of these things, or am I just a weirdo? Am I? Let me know in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching once more. Before I go, stay pretty, stay slaying, always smile. See you in my next video. Bye guys.